What's going on, guys? It is your boy, Mr. Noland. All right, comedian here. I got a couple jokes here. All right, the first one is how do you make 7 an even number? Again, how do you make 7 an even number? Well, it's easy. You just take out the letter S. Come on, guys. If you take out the letter S, it spells even. Hey. All right. What was the other joke? I can't even think of it right now. It's all right. It's all right. All right, guys. So here we go. The last couple videos we talked about were ratios and then rates. Today's video is about unit rates. So let me go ahead and share my screen. All right. So we have a little bit of vocabulary. So, guys, a unit describes how many units of the first type of quantity corresponds to 1 unit of the second type of quantity. Guys, plain and simple, you're solving for one of something. For example, if you had to pay $14 for 2 gallons of gas, how much would it cost for 1 gallon of gas? You're solving for one of something. Examples that you will see is miles per hour, miles per gallon, price per pound, dollars per hour. Per means for every or for each. Guys, in order to get the unit rate, you're literally dividing. Here's an example. If John jogs 6 miles in 2 hours, what is the unit rate? Notice it shows the work here, but I'm going to do it in our one chart. We were comparing miles and hours. So it says he was able to do 6 miles in 2 hours. We want to know how many miles, so this is what we're solving for, in 1 hour. Well, guys, there's a couple ways you can do it. You can either do this way. To go from 6 to 2, you had to divide by 3. Now, notice your arrow here. It's going in the opposite direction. So here it's going down, here it's going up. So do the opposite of divide by 3, which is multiply by 3. Now, some of you are like, I don't quite get that. Let's try it this way. How would you go from 2 to 1? Well, you would divide by 2. Well, what is 6 divided by 2? Well, you have 3. So there's 2 ways you can do it. You can do it up and down, or you can do left and right. You'll get the same answer either way. So I will do one of each on the next 2 examples. A rainstorm produced a rainfall of 2 inches per hour. How many hours would it take to get a rainfall amount of 1 foot? All right, so here we are. We are comparing inches to hours. It tells us it does 2 inches per hour. Per hour means per 1 hour. We want to know how many hours to go 1 foot. Well, guys, isn't 1 foot equivalent to 12 inches? Well, yes, it is. So, guys, if this is inches, I have to convert the foot to inches. Well, guys, how would you go from 2 to 12? Multiply by 6. So 1 times 6 would be 6. So the answer should be 6 hours. Let's try a little bit of a better example. Amy drove to her mother's house, which is 204 miles away. It took her 3 hours. What was her average speed? So guys, that is we are comparing miles per hour. Well, guys, it says she went 204 miles in 3 hours. So we need to figure out how fast she was or how far she went in 1 hour. Well, guys, how would you go from 3 to 1? Don't you just divide by 3? So what's 204 divided by 3? Well, let's see here. 3 can go into 26 times. 3 can go into 24 8 times. So this person was able to go 60 miles per hour. 68 miles per hour. All right, I'm going to create another couple of examples. I want to see how you do on them. I'm going to go back to the gasoline because we're all about to start driving here in a couple of years. So here we go. It was price per gallon. If you paid $20 for 5 gallons of gas, what was the price for 1 gallon? So that's the first example I want you to try. The second one is price per pound. You spent $8 on 2 pounds of turkey. What's the cost for 1 pound? Again, a unit rate means you are solving for 1. All right, guys, I want y'all to pause the video and solve these 2 problems. I'm going to give you about a minute. So please pause the video. I'm going to go ahead and solve them really fast. All right. So to go from 5 to 1, you divide it by 5. So 20 divided by 5 is 4. So it's $4 per gallon of gas. That must be in California where they charge a whole bunch of money for gas. I don't know if it's still the same, but whew, I remember those days. All right, notice here, we went from left to right. The other way you can do it is going up and down. Can't you just take the $8 and you divide it by 2? So 8 divided by 2? Let me rephrase that. How would you go from 8 to 2? You divided by 4. Notice how we went from up to down, so we divided. Now, if we go in the opposite direction, look at the arrows. Opposite directions, do the opposite operation. So 1 times 4 is 4. So think about the logic. If it cost $8 for 2 pounds of turkey, doesn't that mean it only cost $4 for 1 pound? Well, yes, it does. All right, guys. This unit rate is not too difficult. Again, you're mostly just dividing. And remember, unit rate means you are solving for 1 of something. All right, guys. I hope this video helps. I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.